We're still up on the tripod. The Travel Lodge Motel. Early Saturday morning. Whew! Hey, welcome. A big welcome to day 25 on our northbound through hike of the Bruce Trail. Early, had my continental breakfast, my banana, my yogurt, my coffee, my muffin. Had 2 coffees. I have to walk this morning basically through, across, whatever, the town of Owen Sound. Down, I think, well, the sign over there says 6 and 21 north and south. Wow, look at that. I must be using one of my superpowers today because I'm going north and south at the same time. Anyhow, that's a whole new story. 10th Street East. So we are on 10th Street East. Okay. I came up this way yesterday from where I got off trail yesterday after my slack pack. So now we have to head back there and get back on trail at the same point. Quite normal. Continuous foot on steps on trail. Now, from where I get back on trail, it looks like I have about 235 kilometers to Tobermory. So in all truthfulness, it's not very far. I've got to get there, of course. I've got to get to the trail. Probably, I don't know, an hour or more of walking through town. I don't know. And then I'm going to, of course, we're going to push north. Today, Saturday morning, we have a motel booked in Wyerton for Monday. Later today, hopefully much later, but later today, the rain comes. And it's going to be with me till, well, Thursday. The good news is, after Thursday, it's beautiful, beautiful weather for, let's say the remaining 4 days. So let's call today a decent day because the rain's supposed to come later, so hopefully I can get my miles in and get to camp before the rain comes. So that's going to give me 5 decent days, 1 now for at the end, and 4 rain days in the middle. To what extent, who knows, except Monday's supposed to be pretty heavy from what I understand. One of my followers, subscribers, Scully Brown, mentioned that the bulk of the rain comes on Monday. That's okay. We're going to push miles today. The rain moves in tonight. Tomorrow is a rain day, but I think it's lighter rain rather than the heavy rain. If that's the case, fine. We'll push miles on Sunday, and that will give us a shorter day into Wyerton on the Monday, the heavy day rain. Okay, little plan. Let's get going. Walking down kind of a, I'm going to say a country residential street. Now on the kind of northwest side of Owen Sound. The sun to my right, the grey to my left. The beginning of the grey that's to come. And I guess the goodbye for a few days of the sun. Back on trail, white blazes. Yeah. It's actually a beautiful morning. Temperature's pretty much perfect. No wind, no breeze. People out walking their dogs, out for their morning exercise. Oh, what an absolutely beautiful, beautiful September the 24th today. Happy Saturday, everybody. From the quiet, lazy residential streets to now, I believe we're on a rail trail just ahead of me. Young lady hiking or walking her dog. Yeah, take a look at this trail. Beautiful. And had a trailhead like just behind me on a trail like this, nice easygoing kind of rail trail. It's quite common to find all the dog walkers. The outer skirts of Owen Sound. The farms, the farm fields. We push further away from the city. And the trail ahead. So we did, I don't know, a couple of kilometers or so anyhow of kind of residential street walking this morning. And now, again, we're back on actual single file trail, I guess you'd call it. So, plan as we know it. Well, like we've mentioned, and you do have to kind of take things into account, such as weather, be prepared, and so on. And especially when we have what could be an extensive system coming through, prolonged for a few days extensive system. As I mentioned earlier, it seems like the bulk of the rain will hit us on Monday. That's actually good for me, because Monday night, or Monday, I have a booking at the Spirit Rock Motel in Wyerton. So that's a good. Another good is, because of the slack packing we did yesterday, it put me in a really good position this morning once I got back on trail from leaving my motel. And for the distance, this being Saturday morning, was only 64 kilometers, I believe, to Wyerton. I'll get most of those done. If I had to really, really push and go crazy, I could actually be there Sunday night. Oh, take a look, see. Yeah. Hey guys. Hope I got that in the GoPro. Yeah, the geese. This is what it's all about out here on the Bruce. It is. I just love that. Further north, by the way. Oh, I can't tell you when. A couple of days, 3 days, 5 days, I don't know. But we're gonna go past an area known as Crane Lake, and there's a lot of cranes there. You can hear them. They don't let you get too close. Oh, excuse me. Nose is running. But it's kind of interesting. So anyhow, as I was saying, the plan overall is Monday Wyerton. I'll probably get there, all being well, early Monday. Tomorrow is going to be a rain day, we know that. But not as intensive as, say, Monday. Tuesday looks like it's going to be quite an intensive day right now. But leaves options. If I had to hunker down in Wyerton for a day, I could maybe. If there was, say, availability in the motel for a stay the extra day. If not, there's a commercial town-run tenting area, campground in Wyerton. I could tent there maybe. And even though I'd still be in my tent, I would still have town facilities available to me, such as, you know, the coffee shops and so on, such as the Tim Hortons, where a person could just sit and relax and say, you know what, just hunker down and take a rain day. And my pickup in Tobermory for October the 2nd, I believe that if I did have to, well, from where I am now, I don't see an issue about getting there under normal circumstances. But if I did have to hunker down, I believe, like, for a day and just say, okay, that's it, you know, rain day, not going anywhere, then I believe I could still make it for the 2nd. It's the end of the day on the 2nd, 5 o'clock pickup, so I got a full day of hiking that day too. So that's kind of my plan. I'm a Virgo, so maybe I procrastinate things too much, and, you know, I've been watching my friend Santiago a little bit on the Appalachian, and his name's Bob, but his trail name's Santiago. I think it's called Bob's Outdoors. Check him out on YouTube. Very, very good guy. Anyhow, a little bit of an update now. We're progressing quite well. And as I say, the rain's not supposed to come till later today. And when it does, well, hopefully we'll be at camp by then with good miles behind us. we're just going to have to play it by ear and see what happens. One day at a time. The first scenic lookout of the day. The forest, the treetops below, and we're starting to see some color in those treetops now as fall rapidly approaches. Well, actually no, fall doesn't approach. Fall is actually here. Today's the 24th. I think fall started 2 days ago. Anyhow, I found a little spot for the first sit-down break of the day. So we are going to plant it, oh yeah, right here. Beautiful, beautiful view. See the clouds, the gray building. Oh yeah. Oh, I am tired this morning. I don't know why. I think I slept well last night, but I did stay up watching a Bourne Identity, Jason Bourne, the assassin. Can't think of his name. It's not Brad Pitt, it's not Leo DiCaprio. Whoever the actor was in the Bourne Ultimatum, I can't think of it. If you know, put it below, make a comment. I'd like to know who that was. First one to get it right gets a prize. Maybe not. I'm going to sit here. I think I might make a Jack Link's bacon with a whole wheat bagel, a Kit Kat bar, and electrolyte water. Because I feel ready for that. I do. Okay. Break time it is then. Day 24 progresses well. Not sure how many kilometers we've done so far. A while back I did look. There is an overnight rest area up the trail, but it might be too far for today. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, talk to you later. Just ahead of me is another porcupine. Oh, he's just going down into a gully down there. I don't know if we can see him. I don't want to bother him. I just want to take his picture, but he doesn't know that, of course. Right down there. A porcupine. He's a big, healthy one, too. Oh, here he goes. We're not going to chase him. So that's the second porcupine we've seen on this particular hike. So porcupines are now leading the wildlife insofar as we've seen 1 deer and 2 porcupines. We've seen, I don't know, I think 5 snakes. Something like that. Seen a few dead snakes squashed on the roads. on the back country roads. Oh well, nice to see a porcupine today though. Right now, I just came out of the forest into this beautiful kind of meadow farm field. I just filtered a liter of water. It's about 1 o'clock now, and I just filtered 1 liter. Water's a little scarcer, I'm noticing, so if worst comes to the worst, I got that liter for camp for tonight anyhow, for my dinner. But you know what I was thinking? Maybe a little nostalgia, I don't know. But I was thinking about the people that I've met on trail, on any trail, not just particularly the Bruce Trail, but in fact you don't actually meet that many people on the Bruce Trail. You see day hikers and dog walkers and the odd. So far on this hike I've seen 3 section hikers, and that was way back in the Niagara and Iroquois sections and so on. I did see a day hiker yesterday. I could tell he was a day hiker, but the rest, and I've met some ladies, a couple of ladies that were doing the whole Bruce in light sections over several years and so on. Day hikers, I guess. Anyway, kind of drifting off topic. But on the Colorado Trail last year, I met some wonderful people. I met Recycle, Frodo, Sandals, young gentleman. He was fast. Only spent, saw him for 1 day basically, and he was gone. He had 6 weeks off work, leave of absence. He was a lab technician in the medical field. And he said, in the 6 weeks, I want to through hike the Colorado Trail and spend 2 weeks in Hawaii surfing. And I think he did just that, by the way. Let's look at the trail while I'm babbling, shall we? Rather than looking at me. There were some good people on that trail. The person that stands out in my mind the most, well, I enjoyed my conversations with Recycle, but he was doing a section hike and he was soon gone. But anyhow, the one that stands out in my mind that I spent the most time with on the Colorado Trail was Butcher. And we kind of parted ways after a period of time. He'd said to me, he sent me a text saying he was looking for more of a social kind of hike, and I was looking more of a hike, I guess. He'd done the Appalachian Trail, by the way, the year before. He said it was the best thing he ever did in his life. Speaking of the Appalachian, well, as you know, we spent 142 days, 3,200 kilometers on that trail in 2022, this year. And I met some amazing people on that trail. I'm going to say the first notable was at the hostel around the bend, and of course that was KG. Katie Greeny Treks is her YouTube channel. Very special young lady. And I met some good people on that trail. I really did. There was the raw ramen noodle eater, 50 cents, later became known as Five Below. There was Gus. I enjoyed Gus, chatting with Gus the bureaucrat. I think he found me obnoxious. Lightning, super fast guy, very nice man. Had a charming wife that would come and meet him, and so on and so on. Oh, and there was Doc, and there was Anchor. A gentleman I also love to chit-chat with if I could today would have been Santiago. He has a YouTube channel, Bob's Adventure. His name is Bob. Trail name Santiago. Very nice man. And of course, Papa Bear. He and Lightning kind of teamed up. Oh, and they did a good portion of the hike and finished together. They were supported greatly by their wives. they got a lot of slack packing done, which was good for them. There's Carlos, the young Colombian gentleman from Miami. Lived in Miami, very quiet. There were some good people, very good people on that trail. The final one I'd like to mention, I'm sorry if I'm forgetting somebody, but the final one I'd like to mention on the Appalachian Trail, well, you know who you are. You hot chocolate drinking fiend. Professor. You know, I think I created a love-hate relationship with Professor. Oh, look at that beautiful colors on that metal fence. The reds and the burgundies and the purples. A love-hate relationship with Professor. Nothing but respect for his abilities. 63 years old, I believe. Never trained a day in his life for the Appalachian. Had a desk job. Small, petite, slim man. I'd love to be able to sit down with you at the end of today's hike at camp and we enjoy a hot chocolate and you could tell me all the things I'm doing wrong and you could tell everybody else what they should be doing too. It was your way. But you know what? I miss you, dude. I really do. I'd love to have a hot chocolate with you. And of course there's Trillium. Hey, Jappa! She used to call me Jappa. She was from Rhode Island, but boy, she was New York through and through when she opened her mouth. Hey, Jappa! You want a burger, Jappa? I put the coffee on, Jappa. Oh, Trillium. Yeah, I met some great people on that trail. Wow. Be a long time forgetting some of those folks. That's for sure. Some of the people I've met on some of the trails that I've done. Ontario is a little different. Our trails are not through hiked like the American trails and European trails and South American trails. We have few people through hiking our trails. Just be a few people like me. But on the US trails, the Crown trails, European trails, South American trails and so on, there's a lot more people. There's a brotherhood, they call it a brotherhood, but I often bitched about it. Anyhow, for better or worse, you miss the people. You really do. Now, we talked about before post-trail depression. And I suffer from that sometimes, especially after the Appalachian. I did up the Colorado. Oh my goodness. That was tough. I think that was one of the reasons after the Appalachian I very quickly jumped on the Bruce. I needed something to try to dull the post-trail depression fire, if you will, from the Appalachian Trail. So here we are, day 25 on the Bruce Trail. Hey, maybe a little too much nostalgia, I don't know, but whew. Trail behind me as we meander through these farm fields. There's a rest area up the trail. Still a ways to go, about 12 kilometers. And I think it's called Birch something rest area. I'd love to make it there. And apparently it has a privy, which is referred to in the guide as a outback latrine. I'm assuming it's a mouldering toilet, a privy. Anyhow, as I say, we filtered a liter. We may see more water actually about 3 kilometers before we hit that camp. And if we do, of course we're going to load up there. But if we don't, then at least we have a liter of a camp for today. Rain hasn't started yet, but in that direction, we still got some blue sky and some brightness. I guess the sun's up about there. Deeper gray ahead of me, cumulus ahead of me, cumulus clouds. The rain's coming. I'd love to be able to make it to that birch overnight camp area, tenting area, before the rain came. That would be just perfect. And I think that leaves a 35-kilometer hike into Wyatt from there. That's it. Which means I could push really hard and actually be there tomorrow night. But tomorrow's supposed to be a rain day, so, you know, we can maybe get to camp a little earlier and kind of, you know, not have to be as exposed, if you will, to the rain all day, knowing that it's only 35 kilometers, which I've got Sunday and whatever I want to take of the Monday, which is supposed to be the heavy rain day, to accomplish that distance. And then, of course, Monday, I have my room, my accommodations, my bunk at the Spirit Rock Motel. Okay. Nice farm, home, barn, nestled in the forest there, alongside of the forest. There's probably a little gravel road there for access. Very much enjoying the Bruce Trail, and I always do. So I'm thinking, I know where I am, or as far as that goes. I recall this particular property. We just come down out of the forest, past a farm field and a farm home off to my right over there. But I remember talking to a lady, the lady of the house. Anyhow, cut a long story short, there's definitely water down here, because I remember water passing underneath the gravel. It's like a gravel roadway or lane to their property, and I remember the water passing underneath that. So I'm pretty sure we've got water. Pretty sure. That could be good. Let's see. Well, I know what you're thinking. There's cows in a field behind that tree, or those trees. There's cows behind those bushes. This is a marsh, swamp if you will, and this is our water source. And you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, I wouldn't be drinking that. Well, you could be right. Either way, it's our water for tonight. Not my first choice of water, believe me, but it's the best we're gonna do. And we have a little trick. Not only are we filtering this water, but So not only are we filtering, I'm not sure if you can see me or not, but once again, not only are we filtering, we are also going to shock that meter, just to be on the safe side. You may have seen me do this before. So we're going to take one shock tablet. It's essentially just a bleach tablet. So it does make the water taste a little different. I broke it, but there we go. We'll shock that. Generally you leave that for about 30 minutes. Those pills will dissolve. And that water should be okay. I'm not sure what you could see there, but we decided to shock that 1 liter of water too, which means we added a pill to it, or tablet, iodine or bleach, whatever, made by Catadine, the same people that make my filter, and in about 30 minutes that will have done its thing. So we kind of gave it a double whammy there as far as filtration and purification is concerned. Okay, let's pack up our stuff, head towards camp. As we left Wyatt as we left Owen Sound and pushed kind of more into the actual Bruce Peninsula itself, we did very much enter a bear country, black bear, caution bear in area. Okay, and there's definite signs of bear scat and so on. So the bear's here, there's no doubt about that. It just so happens that 0.1 or 0.2 of a mile just down this trail, well, that's camp. But you know what? I've been through here before and I already kind of knew that. So the signs there, the signs of the bears here. But throughout the actual Bruce Peninsula, it is very much black bear country. And they do live here. We have to kind of habitat, I guess. Anyhow, almost at camp. Little spit of rain here, spit of rain there. So we're just pushing to get there. Of course the pack's heavy with, oh gosh, what are we carrying? 1, 2, 3 liters of water in here. Okay, just a little bit more and we're going to make camp. Get there, get our tent set up hopefully before it starts raining hard, which it's supposed to. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, Birch Camp Side Trail. This dead-end side trail, it's 80 meters in length, heads north to a scenic birch forest, and leads to a small overnight rest area for Bruce Trail Thru hikers. Okay. Well, we have made it. Oh, others have definitely been here before me. But you know what? I'm just going to pick a spot and make it home. Nice spot right here. That looks nice. And that one looks nice. Let's just take our pack off and see which one is going to be flatter for us. Just stand by. My camp set up for the night. And it's not raining yet. My dinner set up. I got myself a nice flat rock. I got my little sit pad, a backrest. Got camp water, of course. Hey, day 25. rapidly coming to an end. Getting darker. It's only like 5:30, I think, 5:45. But I'm going to make my dinner, make some hot chocolate. I'm hungry. I pushed today. 30.6 kilometers for the day. That's good. I wanted to get as far as I could today while it stayed dry. Tomorrow's a rain day. And then Monday, tomorrow being Sunday, and then of course Monday is supposed to be the hard rain day. Tomorrow I think it's more showery or lighter rain day. We'll see. I have 35 kilometers to go from here to the end of the Sydenham section, which is essentially downtown Wyerton. And then of course we start the section number 9, the peninsula section, the final section of our through hike. Day 25. Hey, we're doing just fine. And again, I wanted to push today, so if tomorrow, if the rain is hard, with 35 kilometers left, tomorrow being Sunday, Monday I have a motel booked in Wyerton. So if I did 20 kilometers tomorrow and said, you know what, I'm just going to hunker down in camp, I only have 15 to do Monday. So I think that's going to work out just fine. Either way, we'll see. We'll just see how far we get tomorrow, and a lot depends on the weather. So yeah, so far so good. I'm not sure how many miles or kilometers from here to Tobermory. I haven't checked that. Maybe I should. Or maybe I wouldn't want to know. Either way, guys, you know what? Here's my camp for the night. I'm going to sleep well because I'm tired. The rain's going to come, I know, but so what? I can't do anything about it. I wish it wasn't going to rain, but it is. So be it. But anyhow, nice cup of hot chocolate just seems to make all the worries go away. I'll see you guys in the morning. Night, night.